What's up? What's up? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you guys. What's up? What's up? Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your girl, Real Talk is in the building. Real Talk is in the building. How you guys doing today, first of all? How you guys is doing? I am blessed and I am highly favored. What's up? What's up? But y'all know, I had to literally get on here and let's talk about it. Some of y'all, I'm going to tell you like this with some of y'all, whoever the shoe may fit, then wear it. Because sometimes I may be talking about your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin, or whoever. That's just me. That's just the way that it is. Some of y'all got to really learn how to control yourself, straight up. Got to really learn how to control yourself because some people really try to get you out of your character. Have y'all not learned this just yet? Some people really try to get you out of your character. That's why you got to learn how to control yourself about different responses on how you deal with certain people. Because sometimes a person can get you right where they want you at, and then they'll get with somebody else and say, I told you she act like that. Oh, I told you he act like that. Oh, I told you he was a liar. Oh, I just put him on Front Street just to get my point across and told you that that's the type of guy he was, or that's the type of woman she is. And what we got to understand is, you got to give a reaction to get a reaction, right? So if you learn how to not to respond to everything that somebody come to you with, or walk away and move in silence, that would kill a person more than anything not to respond to some of the BS that they have going on when they have certain conversation with you, or certain rooms that you go into that you don't respond to certain situations or how people want you to respond. And I think that a lot of us are getting taken out a treat to get behind these bars because we are responding to what another man said or what another woman said, and not going off your own understanding about how you interpret certain things when people can really trick you out of your position. Or come on into the room. Y'all already know what it is, man. We got to have this talk. Because a lot of people ain't going to get on here and they're not going to have certain conversations like they supposed to. Because you got to understand that you have to be careful with this tongue. It's okay to have your freedom of speech, to be outspoken, to be a people's person, or standing on our 10, speak who you is as a person. But sometimes we got to keep our mouth closed when it comes to certain stuff, because some people, they really be wanting you to get out of character because they know how you is, and then that's how they trick you off the streets, or that's how they trick you out of your life. Stop getting in rooms with people and having certain conversations about certain things that doesn't have nothing to do with them, period. Or if it does have something to do with them, have your own privacy about what you got going on in your relationship, what you got going on in the inside of your household, what you got going on your job, or just mentally yourself, physically, emotionally, you know what I'm saying? Because when we have conversations like this, a lot of people don't tune in and don't tap in, because sometimes people be knocking at their front door. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some respect and class for yourself. You got to sit there and hold your head up and saying that you're a woman and you know how to take care of yourself, and you're a provider, you know how to take care of your kids, and it's vice versa. And it goes for a man too. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all fail to realize every time you get into a situation, it's always got to be about a man, or it's always got to be about a woman. It's never about what you got going on, or how you going to protect your mental, or how you going to keep your head above water to make sure you get the full understanding of what you want out of life. It's never people will get on here and show the progress of the things that they're doing to try to influence somebody else, to elevate somebody else to a new level. It's always got to be somebody that'll get and try to tell the next man or the next woman down about how they move, how they coming, talking all under their clothes, making subliminal posts and apps about each other, or showing videos about each other, and at the end of the day, it makes everybody look foolish. It makes you look foolish, because they're only giving the enemy exactly what he said about you, or how he feel that you're going to present yourself when you get into a situation. And a lot of y'all love to holler, oh, they gonna make me come up out of retirement. They gonna make me become a crash dummy and all that. Why do you want to go sit behind bars? Make me understand that. I hear a lot of you women that say, oh, I've been to prison before. Oh, I hear some of you men, oh, I've been to prison before. It's nothing for me to go back. Why do you want to go back? What are we teaching our youth, and what are we gonna stand for the next generation to come, and acting like they're not the future of the youth that's coming up, that got to fill a position of a void or something that we left out? Because a lot of y'all is broken in the inside. A lot of y'all ain't got no a right amount of guidance in your life and structure in your life. And then the first thing some of y'all be like, who raised you? Who raised you? Where you get your communication and understanding from, to why you feel that you got to move the way that you move? Have you ever talked to your mama before? Or have you ever talked to your daddy before, or uncle or auntie, that told you when you get in some trouble, it's hard as hell to get out of it? Have y'all ever thought about that? So why get on social media and put all your business out there to a certain extent? Because sometimes, you got to get it off your chest. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna vent, we got to vent about the real deal. Because there's plenty of times I done got on here and I had to get some things off of my chest, because that made me feel better. I'm not gonna sweep things under the rug and make it seem like people ain't hurting me, or broke me, or made me feel some type of way, or put my back against the wall and made me want to feel like I want to throw in the towel to be a crash dummy. Because I have been there. But it's all about growth. It's all about growth. Only person that can make you mad is you. Only person that can make you mad is you. And then what kills me with, quit getting on these apps going back and forth with people talking about who ain't gonna whoop you, who ain't gonna sneak you, who ain't gonna do nothing to you, you ready for whatever, my back ain't gonna be against the wall. Because some of us be trying to prove a point. But who are you proving the point to? Yourself? That you let somebody manipulate you and play you and get under your drawers and your clothes, and then show you that they don't really care nothing for you, for real, for real? Because that's how some people do. That's literally just how some people do. They'll try to sit there and pillow talk you all day and tell you how pretty you is, and how beautiful you is, how thick you is, and this, that, and the third. But then the minute they get in your drawers, they ain't gonna be stun you no more. That is the truth. Some of them, you gotta know your worth. Damn, you know what I'm saying? If people don't get on here and tell some of y'all what the real deal is, then some of y'all gonna be stuck and stabbing, and some of y'all gonna fall on y'all face. Because at the end of the day, man, you got to quit allowing people to knock you off your square. Straight up. You really do. Because people will get you in a position to laugh and joke with you and amen you and sit beside you, and then you can go and walk into your death because you think you bad, or you proving the point, or you got to get them before they get you. And a lot of y'all fail to realize is, when you do certain things to certain people, karma come back 10 times fold. That junk will knock at your front door as soon as you walk out that door. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So it's nothing. What I'm trying to say is, it's nothing wrong with people's opinions. Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you not to express yourself, not to tell how you feel, and not to saying that I'm not trying to tell you don't give your own opinion. But you got to be careful with certain people you giving your opinion to and who you vent to, because the main people that you sit beside and laugh and joke with you and amen you where you wrong at, them not your friends. Why would I want to sit there and allow my friend to get on the internet to be a crash dummy, to say the things that they do to people and act like it ain't gonna be no consequence to come behind it. Or, oh, you gonna get in trouble for me, so you gonna take all the charges for I do because you the one initiated the situation right at that moment. No, both of y'all need to go down, because at the end of the day, if I'm in the car with you and you did something wrong and that person is driving and I know for a fact you finna go out here and do something you ain't got no business, I'm gonna tell you to let me out the car. And before I tell you to let me out the car, I'm going to be like, hey, girl, you know you don't need to go do that because you know you can get in the world of trouble. Hey, bro, you know you don't need to go pull up over nobody's spot, cause confusion, and then you don't never know who riding with who. You got to tell some people, because at the end of the day, that don't make you less of a friend when you telling somebody what they wrong at. Because here's the question with that when you do that. Because sometimes people can put you in a position that they'll allow you to tell everything that you want to tell about yourself. And then in the minute that you get to question them about the things that they do, then now it's all of a problem. Now that we are enemies, but we were just BFF last week. But now that I'm questioning you about some of your flaws or what you got going on, now we beefing. Now we enemies. Now I ain't never liked you. Oh, I just hung with them because of what they had to offer. Have you ever thought about not hanging with certain people just about what some of the things that they offer? Stop being a yes man to everybody. That's why I try to hang solo dolo. When you see me, I ain't with nobody but myself. And if I am with somebody, that means I've been around them. I've been around them for years. And I know our face card is good. And I ain't got to worry about no problems. And I ain't got to worry about them giving me in no BS. So you do have to be careful of how you moving in this season, man. People act like it's a problem not to be afraid. It's okay to be afraid when it comes to certain things. But here's the thing. They say, oh, a hit dog holler. You sure do. A hit dog will straight holler at you. Because guess what? Because some people ain't letting their right hand know what their left hand doing. Stop letting your left hand know what your right hand doing, because they both operate in a different pattern. Just like you signing something, you'll see the difference in your writing when you go and sign something, how different it can be. That's life. Life gonna keep on lifing with us or without us. So stop being tricked and manipulated to what's going on within the real world when we allow people to manipulate us and bypass us to where we ain't even going down here and voting or doing nothing to be able to set a foundation for our kids, man. We be worried about a nigga before we worry about our kids. How is that gonna work? How are you going to worry about a Negro more than you worry about your kids? You worry about if that Negro ate or not, then you didn't even know if your child ate or not. Y'all get the children at the school and say the children ate at school. They shouldn't be so hungry when they get home. Baby, them children eat early in the day. Them children eat at 11 o'clock in the morning, 11:30, almost to 12 o'clock, and that's it. And they got to be in school to what, 3 o'clock, 3:30? And then, yeah, y'all sitting around here giving these Negroes lobster tail plates and crab legs and all that and steaks and all that. And then your children around here eating McDonald's, or your children eating Oodle noodles, or your children hair ain't cut, or your daughter's hair ain't did, but you got a fresh wig on your head, fresh lashes, fresh cut, fresh J's. But y'all ain't looking at the fact that kids are getting bullied every day. Then they trying to pass laws that they getting the teachers permission to whoop your kids' ass and all that. Then not just that, the port ain't even got no food supply to even come to you to know if you even gonna have some food in your house to be able to feed you or that nigga or your kids. Y'all don't look at the bigger picture or how divided that we've been being, but we can't even stick together, but we always putting our mouth on somebody else's business about what they got going on when we can't even come together as a union, as a whole, to get it right. With stop the violence, stop all the BS, stop opening your legs for some of these men that ain't your husband and ain't trying to be your husband, just want to quit, you know what, don't even want to talk about how your life really went, how it's going, and what you see yourself at in the next 5 or 10 years? Y'all don't want that. Y'all want somebody sitting around here busting out each other's windows. Y'all want somebody that's sitting around here flatting tires. Y'all want somebody that sit around here want to pound you down because they don't want you to live freely like you is, and they feel like, oh, cuz we lay down with each other, oh, you owe me an explanation, or you owe me an excuse. It ain't nobody owe nobody no excuse. That ain't your husband. That ain't your wife. And at the end of the day, anything that can get up and walk away ain't never yours anyway. And people need to quit trying to put titles on people and trying to make people feel like they're obligated to do something because they spent certain time with you. But here's the thing, though. You do have to lay down your rules and regulations to where you see yourself at in the next 10 to 15 years. Because me personally, I'm not trying to sit around here and open my legs up for Sally Sue, Mary, Lisa, Bob, and Arthur them. And give me a break. I don't want nobody all up in my cat every chance that they get, or want my cat, or want me to lay on my back, or want me to sit around and argue with the next woman or the next man about how they move and how they coming. Man, you can go and you can keep it kicking, and you ain't got to talk to me, and I ain't gonna even be mad. You ain't got to call me. You ain't got to text me. You ain't got to inbox me. You ain't got to do nothing. When somebody ghosts me, man, I'm gonna give you exactly what you thought that you was giving me, and that was nothing. That was nothing. Giving you a hard leg ain't giving you no type of stability about who you is as a woman and how you coming and how you going. And it makes it look bad for other people that really genuinely want a husband, that want to do right, that have done right. You make it look bad for the next woman or the next man not to trust each other because of what another man or another woman did to you. How is that going to work? How is that going to work? So that's why we have to be careful about how we move when it comes to a certain extent with dealing with people, because you never know. Because a person can already know how you is, and then the minute you snap, that's when they going to get you, because they already know how you were coming. They already know what you said out your mouth. And then when you think that you ready for them, they going to already sneak you because they already know what you capable of before you even decide if that's what you want to do or not. I said what I said. Who gonna check me? Who gonna do something? Because at the end of the day, it ain't nobody gonna get on these things and say, oh, I'm talking about you, or I'm talking about the next person. No, I'm talking about life. I'm talking about to my sisters and my brothers, which we all sisters and brothers at the end of the day. I don't want to see my brothers fall. I don't want to see my sisters fall. At the end of the day, I want my sisters to have some common sense. I want my brothers to have some common sense. I want my brothers to not to be tricked off the streets and not to be easy influenced by another man about what they got going on and how they get their money in their pockets to feed their family, when everybody got a hustle and everybody can go out here and eat. It's nothing wrong with showing another man how you get in a position where you at. But is you really hungry for it, though? That's what people fail to realize. Because sometimes some people be really hungry about what you got, and they feel like they got to take what you got because you done already got it, and they feel like, oh, you ain't had to work that hard. They don't know how much sleep you lost. They don't know how many rainy days you had. They don't know how many days you wanted to throw in the towel and quit. They don't know if your mind was going 1,000 miles per hour or not at night and figuring out how you gonna get your next meal. All they know is they want it when they want it, and in any means necessary, they gonna go out here and they gonna go get it. That's how some niggas is. Some niggas are really that hungry. They can't stand to see another man eat better than them because men gossip more than women. Straight up. Men will literally go gossip more than women, or sit in a bunch of group with a bunch of niggas and talk about, bruh, oh, I used to like her back in the day. Oh, I held her back in the day. Or someone get and make it try to seem like it's current, like that's something that they been did, and knowing that that ain't what they been did, and some will lie. It go for females too. That's why your tongue is very powerful, man, when you speak among things. That's why I try to stay prayed up. That's why I try to stay out of people's way. And sometimes you can stay out of people's way and trouble still come knocking at your front door. Because let me tell you how you know that you blessed. Because the enemy going to still be busy, and he going to try every different shapes or forms of how to try to knock you off your square to get you out of position to go ahead and do what he wanted to do with you from jump, because he don't want to see you make it. He don't want to see you grow. He don't want to see you elevate. He don't want you to know who God is, and knowing that you serve an awesome God, that he ain't gonna never leave you or forsake you. He wake you up every day. He keep you covered. They don't understand that. And then a lot of y'all probably is around here saying, oh, Well, if it's a God, why God took my loved one, or why God put my loved one in a position where it's at, who are you to question him about what he got going on, or what story in a chapter of a book or somebody else, the reason why he do what he do and how he led it to be what it was going to be. Because a lot of people been robbed out of their life. Let's just get that clear. A lot of people been robbed of their life and didn't have that chance, or didn't even have the opportunity to even vent to them people the way that they need to vent to people, because these people dying young and old. Young and old because of ignorancy. Because people be want to get with a group of people to just to be popular, or just to say if they got some rank or not or something. I don't get it. I don't get it. What we really be doing for real. And then we talk about family. Yeah, family ain't all what it seems to be. You know, because you can go get with anybody and make them family. That don't make you blood. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes your family can be your worst enemy. Or they can be friends of a family and still be your worst enemy. Or people you done growed up around can still be your worst enemy. Watch you prosper to become the young woman and man that you need to be and still don't like you. That's just the way it is. Who told you that the devil ain't real? Who told you that he's not going to use certain people to knock you off your course and get you to fold and get you to fall back into what you used to be? How can you say that you change and you not like you used to be, and then soon something come up that's out of your control, you allow it to be the way it's at? That don't sound right. What are we teaching each other, though, for real? What kind of awareness that we really gonna bring? Because shit done hit the fan. It ain't finna get no easier. It getting harder and harder out here every day. So why do we need to be beefing with one another when it constantly keep getting harder and harder every day that we speak? And then we go to family events and try to mingle and group and go do community with people. People be cutting and rolling their eyes and try to mistreat you and act like you did something wrong to them when you ain't did never try to meet and greet and talk to them because you ain't seen them in a while. Then people be want to get salty because they ain't like your mama, because they ain't like your daddy, or they don't like how you do your children because you got yourself together and you got your children looking nice, and they just got to that point. Now they feel like, oh, you think you all that. Nah, you must think it, because at the end of the day, it don't take me much to do what you trying to do in one day. Some of y'all going to take 3 and 4 hours just to get ready, baby, and I ain't got to do nothing but do a little bit of lash, a little bit of lip gloss, probably with my hair comb, and get up and go. And half of the time I ain't even got to have my hair comb. Put a hat on and still gonna look better than some of y'all, 10 times better than some of y'all when I'm almost 40. When I'm almost 40, I'm just gonna go ahead and be real. I'll be 39 this year. In 2 months. No, 1 month. Because this May. Some of y'all look old, but got a nerve to say somebody is y'all uncle and auntie. Yeah, I'll sure live somebody uncle and auntie, great auntie, and grandma. But I don't look like it. Thank God I don't look like what I've been through. Thank God I ain't go out here in the streets and get all a name out here for myself to bet. People can't even turn around because people are talking weird, ill about you, or negativity about you, or what's under your clothes, or what you got in your house, or what kind of car you drive. Some of y'all don't do nothing but be for show. But for who though? Because some of these people barely got a pot to piss in. And they still talking about you. You still on their mind. Make it make sense to me. It's Thursday. Why we got so much beef and drama? Every time you look on Facebook, it's a fight, or somebody got shot, or somebody dead, or somebody that ran somebody over, or somebody that bust somebody one down, or somebody gay, or somebody. That's entertainment to some of y'all. I guess some of y'all be feeling like y'all bored when y'all don't see entertainment, but sometimes it just don't make sense to me, because sometimes it's a damn shame. What we gonna do to uplift one another? This positive energy over here, I'm just being real. If we gonna get on here and we gonna have a certain conversation, I know some of y'all, we just speaking the facts. Speak your facts. Speak your truth. Nobody holding you from that. Do that. But your tongue is very powerful, because some people be want to trick you off position because they be wanting certain people to get on these blue outs and speak their opinion so they can find a way to try to tear them down. Or see if you like you say that you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I used to be like this. Oh, I used to be like that. That's why I tell people all the time, shit, I ain't gonna never tell you that I won't kick, slap, drag nobody if they come to shove when they in my face and they ain't give me 50 feet. I'm not finna sit here and tell you that lie. He's still working on me. I'm not finna sit here and say, oh, I'm finna pray for you, Lord, be with him, and I hope the best for him. Yeah, I can say that, but I'm still gonna cuss you out. I'm still gonna cuss you out. Lord, hey, be with me, Lord. You knew what I was gonna say before I said it, and when I said it, and how I said it. I know how to look myself in the mirror. I know how to say me, myself, and I am her, I am me, I am my own reflection. That's me. Everybody can't speak like that. So what your past come back to haunt you? So what if your kids got taken from you? So what people talking about you? At the end of the day, man, you know if you're a good mom or not. You know if you're a good father or not. You know what you done did for your kids and how you did it for your kids and how people try to drag your name down the mud and try to make it seem like you the evil person and make it seem like you manipulative type of person, make it seem like you're crazy, making it seem like you're ADHD and making it seem like you ain't got a bit of sense and making it seem like, oh, you the problem and you the reason why I'm going through what I'm going through. Y'all know how some of y'all Negroes do. Y'all be want to point the finger at other people because certain people be tired of you. And the reason why certain people be tired of some of y'all, because they done walked away from some of y'all and y'all make the woman suffer, or y'all will make that man suffer, and y'all use these kids against these men and these women to try to manipulate them, to try to break them, because y'all be trying to get somebody to feel like they beneath you or they under you, like you can tell them what to do or not. Man, ain't nobody in no goddamn slavery time no more. You can't tell me when to go, how to go, when I can move on if you ain't treat me right. And then what kills me with it is you drag the kids in the mix of it. And y'all don't realize you speaking for them kids. You damaging them kids than what you are already damaged with. You can't even get in a relationship and have a neutral conversation without getting offended and always thinking somebody's sinning for you. I said what I said. My phone be ringing. But yes, if we gonna get on live and we gonna talk about certain things, we got to really narrow this stuff down and nip it in the bud, because it's a lot of us out here pretending like we love and we care for each other, and we really don't. You know what I'm saying? How can you say, oh, you love me and you care for me, you got a child for me, and you don't want to sit here and co-parent, you want to hold the kids against me, you want to talk about that I'm a bad mother, I'm a bad father, oh, they parents want this and they parents want that. Well, what about you? Have some of y'all ever thought about changing the dynamic? Have some of y'all really ever thought about that you're not your mother, you're not your father? Why are we continuing to keep going through the same thing over and over again? Keep on repeating the same cycle over and over again, when we got to understand that we got to make a difference. I don't get it. When are we gonna get it together? We have so many conversations. Like, it seems like you talk about the same conversation till you blue in the face. But here's the thing though, sis. Here's the thing, bruh. We gonna have to still talk about these certain things like this, because some people don't get it, got it good. Some people really can't process certain things that people have to say and warning them before destruction. Folks have been and got on these apps and told you how people really are, or show you the type of character that certain people are, and people will still be tricked and manipulated and let somebody trick them and knock them off course and knock them off their square to where they still have them fucked up. Why? Why? The enemy ain't hiding from us no more. He in plain sight. Come on now. He's in plain sight. He can use you. He can use me. He can use your mama. He can use your children. He can use your sister. He can use your brother. Why you think mothers against daughters now? Why you think sons against fathers now? Why you think that cousins and cousins are beefing with each other? It's a shame that it give you a headache when you see family arguing and stuff like fucking Family Feud, like a warfare then ran over, and then y'all sit and argue in public, and then people be like, I thought y'all were related. I thought y'all were kin. Oh, them my daddy folks. Oh, them my mama folks. We ain't really close like that. Oh, I don't really like her for real because of something she did back in the day in junior high or high school. Sisters going with each other, boyfriends and stuff. Cousins going with each other, boyfriends and stuff. Oh, I'm going to go with them. I'm going to go ahead and get with them because you got with them before I was with them first. Man, come on, bruh. Really? That's how we moving? That's how we moving? Oh, I'm going to go deal with him because I was dealing with him first, and she called herself decide she wanted to deal with him, knowing that he wasn't all the way what he need to be. So I'm going to go ahead and do him because he going to hold on to me, not even knowing what the next woman had to go through, why she left him alone, or why the man left the woman alone, or what they had to go through. Because some of y'all are go and lie on people and trying to make it seem like each other was the problem when you both was the problem. I'm just saying, if you going to get on here and you going to tell a story, make sure your story accurate. Make sure you ain't doing no tick for tack. Because a lot of y'all be doing tick for tack and then throw the rock and hide your hand and try to sweep things under the rug and then get on these blue apps and act like you the victim when you the damn problem. That's how some of y'all do. Some of y'all have been to did something because y'all act off anger and y'all act with your feelings and your emotions instead of put them in your pocket. Y'all sit and y'all do stuff, and then when you be exposed, then you get mad and say, oh, it wasn't like that, but you sit on things and tell a whole bold-faced lie, and then when the truth come out, then everybody looking crazy. Then so I don't care what nobody think. Oh, I don't care what their opinion is. Oh, you got to care, because if you didn't care, you won't do it the way that you do it. You won't get on these blue apps and say that you ain't in your feelings if you ain't in your feelings. Because a lot of y'all love to go out here and write these indirect statuses and say little things about people and act like people don't read between the lines about who the fuck you talking about. I said what I said. People be knowing exactly some of y'all be talking about them. But here's the difference though, sis. Here's the difference though, bruh. The reason why certain people don't care if you got nothing to say about them for real and how you really feel for real, because they would have never put it out there if they ain't wanted you to know for real. They would have never put it out there if they ain't felt like they was in their feelings. Let me get my leak back because they made me feel some type of way. They put me in my feelings. So guess what? My feelings will hurt, and you ain't finna have me looking like no fool out here. Well, you still looking like a fool, sis. You still looking like a fool, bro. Because sometimes when people show you how they'll act, you need to take them for who they is and don't mess with them no more, because you're gonna get that every chance that you get. Some of y'all act like you get your rocks off when people act a fool. No, you act a fool on me, baby, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go on, because guess what? This may go get further than what it is, and before I hurt you or before I lose my freedom, I'll go and put this pen and paper on your ass and I'll let you go on about your business. But if I feel threatened, if I feel like I got to put my guards up to protect myself, I'm going to do that. I'll say what I said. I'm not getting out here fighting nobody when my edge is already goddamn thin and just growing back in. Talking about pulling my hair out and getting shot up and doing all that. No, I'm not doing that. Baby. I'm going to be so quick to go put some pen and paper on some of y'all. Baby, now I ain't got to worry about going put no pen and paper on everybody. Because consider to be solo dolo. Straight like that. And if I do be around somebody, if guess what? If I smell trouble in the air, I'm gone. If it look like trouble, I'm gone. I ain't even finna stay too long order for the trouble even to go. You probably see me, it be heading by. Sometimes I don't even say bye. I be gone for you know. And then a motherfucker come and say, girl, you ain't even say it bye. Oh, good. I seen that it was getting a little too hot. Too many people got a little bit too much alcohol next to us. Oh, it was too many people in the club. They were looking at me crazy. Or they side out. Oh, I see some people that didn't like my folks back in the day. Let me go and get out of here. Ain't that I'm scared. And just, I don't want them problems. I rather move in silent. I rather go on about my business, because get away. Some people don't deserve a reaction. Some people don't deserve an explanation of why you move the way that you move and how you coming. Stop giving these people the satisfaction. That's what some of us really be doing. Some of y'all literally be giving certain people a satisfaction. If you can't get in a relationship and have no type of communication with a person, then you don't need to be with them. You don't need to be with them. If I can't get and sit and have a decent conversation with you without you always feeling a certain type of way, without you always getting offended, or if I can't get in and tell you if you wrong or not, or if I'm having a conversation with you and you always brushing it off, I'm going to check me. I got to check me and see how much am I going to allow this person not to give me a feeling about what I need them to talk about with me or make me feel. Because sometimes you're going to feel how you feel. Sometimes some people can't help that. If you feel this way you feel, and then if somebody tell you the truth, you got to take it with a grain of salt. You got to take this stuff with a grain of salt. Because life going to continue to keep lifing, man. With us or without us. The reward is about living. Live your life. Live it like it's your last. Unfortunately, we was born in this world and we got to die. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. We were born into the world and we got to leave this world dead. Ain't that some shit? Lord, forgive me for cussing. I got to work on that too. We were born into a world to show us the greater things and the things that we can accomplish in our life. But then when we lay down at night, we still got to leave here. Think about it now. We were born into this world with a bunch of sins and manipulative type of people. And whatever we gonna get out of life is keep a smile on your face, chest up, chin out, and stop blaming everybody else for some of the mistakes that we made. Some of us will be a lot better. I'm not finna go and blame my mother and my father for every mistake that I done made, or blame my siblings for every mistake that I made. See, I had to learn and grow for myself to see people for who they really are. It ain't nobody got to come tell me about Sally Sue, Mary, Lisa, Bob, and Arthur and them, because I'm going to get my own full understanding of who a person is for myself. And then here's the thing, though. Sometimes I don't even want no understanding from nobody else, because sometimes when certain people come tell you something, you better listen. You better listen. Everybody ain't on here for fluke. Everybody ain't on here just to say nothing, just to say it. You ain't coming to the room just to come into a room. Because if you hear this message on the Real Talk, that means you was on here for a reason. That means somebody sent you to this page. That means, or you so happen to scroll by, or you so happen to see something that may have hit home. Let's talk about it. If we gonna get on here. Depression is real. Suicide is real. Everybody need a fucking therapist and a counselor. That man up there minds, but sometimes I gotta go see some people hands-on sometimes. Because sometimes I don't be knowing if I'm coming or going sometimes. I don't be in my right mind all the time every day that I wake up. I don't be in the best mood all the time. Sometimes I might wake up pissed off and don't even know why. Sometimes I might get up with a smile on my face, just laughing in my sleep and don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Or just happy just to be happy just because I got life in my body. I woke up and see another day. We talking about it though. So stop letting your left hand know what your right hand doing. Stop being so quick to be tricked out of your position. Learn how to walk away from people and move in silence. It's okay to walk away from people. Y'all act like it's a problem to walk away from people. Y'all act like you're a coward if you walk away. No, I'm just saving my life. Or I may just be saving your life. Maybe because I don't want to do things that you think that I should have done to you. And you know that you deserve some of the things that you thought that was going to come to you. But I tricked you and I ain't touched you and I ain't did too much to you. So now you don't know how to take me because I did something different than what I usually do. So now you don't know how to act. Now you around here looking over your shoulder because I done did something different than what I usually do. Call me a police nigga how you want to. Call me a simp all you want to. Call me whatever you want. You think that I'm going to call you. Call me scared, whatever. But if I got to go put pen and paper on somebody, or if I feel like I got to defend myself some type of way with dealing with ignorant people and removing myself from ignorant people, Lord, just keep me covered and let me mind my business, that the business that keeps me. I'm just saying, we was talking about it today. It's Thursday. It's the first of the month. I think we done had more death in 2025 than we done had in a little bit. And the year wasn't even in here good. We talking about it. Because people already know what you will do. And we allow people to do certain things to us. And the first thing they'll say, I told you she act like that. See, watch when I say this and do this, how she'll act. Or watch when I say and do this, how he'll act. Watch what they finna do. People be sitting there in the group talking about you. Or get on the phone, call Sally Sue and Mary, tell them what they already know what you gonna do. And they gonna sit back and watch your reaction so they can find a way to take you out. Or get somebody to take you out. Because they scary ass won't do it. But you got to understand, a scared person to kill you dead. And won't even ask no question. They'll tell you they blanked out. They ain't know what they did. But a manipulator type of person, they'll get somebody else to do it. Talk them into doing something that they've been wanting to do. So now you got to go sit down just for what somebody else that said and did and wasn't even never your problem. I'm just saying. When certain people tell you they don't play like that, some people be for real, take them. Some people really ain't got no screws. Some people really ain't got them all up there. Some people that just tell you, don't play with them, don't play with them. Because some people be for real. It's because I be for real. When I tell people don't play with me, I be for real. I be for real. And I ain't going to repeat myself too many times that I say, oh, don't play with me. I ain't the one. I ain't the one other two. You better find you something safe to do. That's why I tell my children all the time, stay dangerous. Because you'll never know who will try you and what they coming with. Because if a person, don't let them play with you the first time. That's like they can't sneak you. Don't let them play with you the first time. Touchdown cause hell at the moment. I'm sorry. Some stuff you can avoid, but if you can't avoid it, do what you got to do. Folks don't promote violence, but get what? You ain't going to put nobody back against the wall and make it seem like they ain't going to defend themselves, because that's just what they going to do. So it's be easy today. Stop being so quick to let people knock you off your square so they can be like to other people. I told you. They laughing. I told you she crazy. I told you, Cole. I told you not to mess with that chick. I told you. That's just how she is, Cole. Some people be laughing and joking with you, but they be for real about people for real. Some people being to warn you in a joking, laughing manner, and they be so for real, and you don't even take heed in it because you think they want them, or you think, or they just knocking you, or whatever, because they just don't want you to talk to people. No, other people just be warning you. Some people warn people in a different type of way. Some people be serious. Some people just joke all the time. You don't know what to believe. Some people just, just say stuff so blunt. You be like, oh, you always serious. No, because sometimes you got to be serious all the time, because you never know what the next man or the next woman thinking at that moment when you do something to them. So stop letting people trick you out your position, man. Some of this stuff be all fun and dandy, because, I like to get my laugh. I'm a little messy, too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little messy, too. I like to get my laugh in, too, because some of y'all are characters. Some of y'all be funny. Some of y'all, I want y'all to still keep doing what you're doing now. But you got to know when to draw the line to a certain extent. Don't let nobody stop you from doing what you're doing now. As long as you're being productive, you getting your check, you know what I'm saying? Protecting yourself. Okay, cool. But some stuff, you got to know. Throw your hand up. Be like, nah, I'm straight. I'm cool. I'd rather not. You can have it. And I said what I said today. Because y'all already know what it was, man. It's your girl, Real Talk, was in the building. Now go take that up with your mammy, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother. But we going to have a good, prosperous day. Because it ain't nobody beefing over here. It ain't nobody at nobody over here. We just sitting down. We chilling. We going to have a good day. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Stop letting people knock you off your course and trick you out of your position. Where they trying to trick you out of your life or get you behind these bars and give you some years that you can't get rid of, or you'll be 6 feet under in a body bag, or you'll be running around here looking like you're 50 and you ain't number 23, 24 years old. And I'm just saying, and some of y'all be looking all this dirt and ain't even in your 40s yet, all ran through, bad built, bad body and all that extra stuff, and then you're sitting around here thinking, oh, you fine and cat open wide and all that, and meat, and you don't even go to the doctor. You don't even get checked. You don't know what it is to get checked. Some of y'all ain't been to the doctor in years. I'm just saying. We talking about it, though. So everything that we get on here and we talk about and we have certain discussions, it's not like our folks ain't tell us already these are the things that's gonna come. They warned us when we was adolescents that trouble gonna come in your way. And half of y'all can walk a mile in some of these people's shoes that walk when cross that bridge, to know what them people did to us back in the day. Don't y'all know today, long story short, before I get off here, I watched Emmett Till today. That stuff still have me crying to this day of how they did that lady child. How they did that lady child, beat that brother like that, and he went number 14 years old. And y'all be sitting here thinking that y'all got it worse. Imagine going down the street with people hollering at you and calling you all out your name. Y'all think y'all be calling each other bitches and hoes, but what about when these folks start calling you Negroes and niggas and all that stuff like y'all be talking for real? Throwing bottles at you, shoot you down, snatch you up, and no, baby, I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? You think that they got 100 rounds. It's gonna be definitely 100 rounds to certain people, because some of y'all wouldn't even be able to stand the chance. Y'all wouldn't even be able to stand a chance. That's why our mamas and our aunties warn us for destruction. That's why they tell you to know who God is. Get on God's side. Get yourself in order. Stop speaking on certain things. Mind your own business. Move in silence. It's okay to walk away. We be acting like it's a problem not to walk away from people. It's no problem with walking away from people. That's why some people tell you, oh, you got to know who God is, man. You got to really fully understand and get to know who he is for yourself. That's just like if a lot of y'all ain't watched, they're just Sinners. The movie Sinners just came out. And they telling you, you better prepare yourself to even go out there and watch that movie, because they going through a spiritual warfare end up in there. And the enemy is real in that movie. That's like you need to go watch the movie Chosen. It tells you. The Bible truly revealing itself, and I don't understand. But guess what? You know what? I do understand, because he said that it was going to be a lot of people that was going to be confused, that ain't going to understand that I'm real, and ain't going to believe what movement that, because you got to obey. It's either his way or the devil's way. And I ain't trying to. I want to be on the good side. I don't want to be on the bad side. I don't want to burn internally. I don't want to burn in hell. I'm sorry. I'm not going to hell with some of y'all. I'm not. Sorry. But I ain't sorry. I'm not going. You're not finna sit here and trick me off the streets and trick me off my square and think everybody's my problem, everybody my enemy, when you facing your own demons and your own thoughts within your head. I'm not doing it. That's something you got to get on your knees and ask God to help you with. Because I can't help you. I'm only the messenger. I'm only here for a due season, only for a season of a lifetime. And sometimes certain people get put on certain things to say certain things because, some of us, we have assignments. Some of us literally here for an assignment only, to do what he want us to do at that moment. Then, hey, I'd rather be raptured. Don't put me through no more than what I can bear. Because get what? He must have put me through it or allowed me to go through it, because he knew the strength that I was going to come when I go through what I was going to go through with it. So you could be a living testimony, a living vessel about what planning that he really got. That's why some of y'all still sleep. You better wake up. Y'all gonna miss it. You think all this stuff going around for no reason? Everybody so evil. Everybody out to each other. Everybody fighting. Everybody shooting each other. Everybody houses being destroyed. Everybody can't get their house in order. Can't communicate with their kids. The kids all out of control. Yeah, I don't think that's a problem. Well, if you don't think it's no problem, then sis, then hey, that's your fault. Hey, it is what it is. You feel how you feel. But today's message was keep your head up, keep going. It ain't over with yet, unless you allow it to. It ain't no quitting. It ain't no folding. It ain't no throwing the towel that I'm tired and I just want to give up and I'm tired of going through what I'm going through. I'm tired of the pain. I'm tired of the aches. I'm tired of not moving the way that I need to move and how I move. You got breath in your body. Somebody ain't here to say it. So then what we gonna do? Seasons after seasons. So have a blessed night and happy Thursday again. And y'all already know what it was, man. It's your girl Real Talk was in the building. Good vibes. It's good vibes over here. I'm going to try to encourage you no matter what the situation is. Even though it seems bad, I know it's hard. And I know it's easy said and done. You be want to cuss people out and tell people how you feel, you know. But I know better. You see, when you know better, you do better. I can't do that all the time either. I have to work on myself with that too. Because I know I'll cuss you out. But get what? I came a long way. I know I did. And I'm thankful. Because it teaches you structure. You know, it's all about growth. It's all about growth. Don't be alarmed. Be aware. Pay attention to your surroundings. Be careful who you hang with. Be careful who you pick up that phone and talk to. Be careful about places and things and where you're going. Be careful on your jobs. Even be careful in your own household. I got to get me some holy oil. I ain't gonna lie. Everywhere you go, start put some holy oil in your car. I gotta get a pastor to do that. You know, pray over your stuff. Touch everything you touch. You know, pray over it. Because this the time. I don't know why I'm even saying this, but it's time. It been time. But you know, some people, they weren't prepared, they weren't ready, they ain't see what certain people seen. But when you sit back and you hibernate and you're not with who all you used to hang with and not doing some of the things that you used to do, you start seeing yourself, you start reflecting, you start sitting back and saying, this is what it was the whole time. My people was telling me this. They was warning me for this. And I fought against it. Now I see. Some of y'all eyes ain't open. These masks is truly coming off. And I said what I said, man. These masks is coming off these people. He's showing you in plain sight. It's no way you so slow to the fact. The enemy ain't hiding. He in plain sight. Sometimes you gotta laugh from crying sometimes. I ain't gonna even hold you. Sometimes you gotta really laugh from crying sometimes for certain people, because you cry out to certain people that ain't even crying for themselves. That's why you say you gotta have love in your heart. Come with a pure heart. You know what I'm saying? Even though it ain't no hatred. I can love you, not like you, but I don't hate you. You ain't gonna make me hate you. Because hate is strong, boy. That's strong, though. But happy Thursday. It was the real talk for me. I knew I was at some of y'all front though, but it's okay. He working on me. I told y'all, God got a plan for me now. And they ain't gonna better touch me. You think they can't touch me now? Boy, when I tell you. It is what it is. Have a good night.